Good morning. Hello. How is everyone on this beautiful Monday morning? I hope you all had a great weekend. And Tom, hello, Tom, Thomas, Tom. What did you do over the weekend? You changed again. It's so good to see you. I hope you could relax, get some sleep, get some new energy for yourself. And so, yeah, I hope you're doing well too. I had a great weekend and I did some writing because I also stopped by at Anne's 30-hour write-a-thon this weekend. So, yeah, I also read some pages in some books. So I'm happy with that too. And I met some friends. We finished the last season of, not the last season, but the newest season of The Boys, if anyone's interested in that. Yeah, so I had a nice weekend. I'm very happy with that. Loretta, hello. Oh yeah, you were also on Saturday. I saw you in the chat of N's write-a-thon. So yeah, I hope you also had a nice weekend. Still, I wish, honestly, the weekend was a bit longer. No, not honestly. Yeah, there are two sides to it. On the weekend, I can sleep longer, which I like. But then I have to take care of the kids and all the stuff. So usually the weekends are a bit more stressful, or they are just different than during the week. And I have the mornings for myself. So yeah, I don't want to complain. So yeah. Mark is also here. Hello. Heya ho. Heya ho. Good morning. Oh, and Tom rested, bonded with kitties. Oh, caught up on some study. Ooh, what kind of study? The last I remember was some Egyptian mythology, something. You just said on the side that you were doing that. I don't know if that's what you mean. Better rest, better focus, definitely. So I hope you can keep that up. Everyone is saying good morning to each other. That's good. It's good to have you here. I want to start slowly into the week. So congratulations on your great beard that you grew over the weekend. Yeah. I like the avatar. It has some Viking vibes, I would say. So I don't know. Yeah, could be in elderly. I don't want to say something wrong, but like not a young, but a Viking type, like in. Oh yeah, see, Odin. It's Odin. So I got it. Yeah, I got it. So I also got a card for us. It's the Dream. It's from the Osho Zen Tarot deck. And I read up on it. It's quite an interesting card. It represents the Six of Water. Six of Water. And the text said that the relationships, finding the one love is an illusion. And it actually tells us that a lot of things we do in our life is because we fear being alone. But we have to kind of face the fact that we are alone. We are born alone, we will die alone, and no outer person, no other person will be able to ever, this making us feel whole, this is not, this will never happen. We won't find another person that heals us, that can give us everything that we need. We have to, it's a kind of a very bleak message, but it's here already. We have it in ourselves. We have to make ourselves complete, ourselves whole. And then, of course, when we can love ourselves, we will also attract love from other people. But the important message is it's here with us, what we seek, the love and everything. I always hate this message. Because it feels so we are all alone anyways, and it's such a cool dream to have, especially as a writer. I often kind of want to create this message, but in the end this card is telling the truth. If we look at it rationally, no other person can truly make us happy except ourselves. So yeah, it's a hard message, but we have to face it somehow. Oh, that's about your avatar. The full picture includes Hanin and Manin, thought and memory. Oh, I don't know enough about Viking, all of that. Oh, they are the ravens. I didn't know that. Thought and memory. Okay, I learned something new again. Yes, Traum. That's a German. The dream. Yeah, exactly. Traum. My next pair of boy cats are totally getting. Oh, yes, I love that. So they are male, the ravens, not some male, one male, other female. Doesn't matter. Just interesting. Yes. Oh, yeah, that's because of Traum. Born alone, die alone. One of my personal mottos. It feels, when I hear it, it feels sad, but usually it with all those let's say Zen Buddhist messages, if you really go deep into it, there's a positive thing that we have the power to make ourselves. We don't need someone else to make us happy. We can we don't need other people. And just think about how much freedom is in that, that we can, we are free with just being alone. We can there's a lot of power and freedom in that message, I would say. Hard, but once you accept it, it makes you so much stronger. Exactly. This card feels fitting to me. I've really been journaling a lot about all the times I've dated more because it was expected. That's another side of that. Or I just didn't want to be alone. Not because I really felt connected. Yeah, I remember having friends who were like coming out of a relationship and immediately jumping into the next one, where I was like, how is that even possible? I couldn't comprehend that. So yeah, I can totally see that some people are really, they just cannot be alone, really alone. So that is an advantage I have, in a sense that not really. I mean, I have the kids and my husband, so it's easy to say, yeah, it's easy, I can stay alone. But I think in the end, as humans, it doesn't have to be a love relationship, but we still need community, connection, all those things. But I think we discussed it just last week that those romantic relationships are maybe overestimated in our society because of movies and all those things, and love as a concept as well. For instance, from my friend from India, his sister is in a, how do you say, an arranged marriage. And I also, when I was in Oxford, I remember as a student also meeting people from India, and we talked about arranged marriages, and they usually said actually that it's not that bad because it's not founded on lust, on all those wrong things that kind of destroy a marriage in the end, because people really, the parents and everyone really takes care in figuring out which people really fit together as partners, for instance. So they have a totally different concept of relationships toward marriage, and it doesn't mean that it has to be bad, or maybe it's even better for some, not everyone probably, but people. So yeah, it's just interesting. And in our society, I think there's a lot of pressure to find a person that you have to spend the rest of your life like this love concept of love we have here, which is only quite a new concept, isn't it? It didn't exist hasn't existed for a very long time. I'm thinking of the English word trauma. Oh, that's why you're interested in Traum. And I've always had so many really cool nightmares. Tom, the way that message feels to me, standing alone on a mountain, immersing myself in vistas that others cannot see. Yeah, it's just interesting. But the connection trauma and dream, trauma in Germany would also say trauma. So, that's interesting. I would have to look this up if the root of those words is, if they have really a similar root. Interesting. But first, let me set up the first sprint. I didn't prepare anything. Sorry for that. Like I said, I want to ease into this week. Actually, on Thursday, I won't be streaming, I have to say, because I will travel to a funeral. My grandpa, the one I just visited some weeks ago, he died some days after his birthday. He was 88 and he died in his sleep. So yeah, I will be traveling to meet my family, and so yeah, just a heads up that I won't be streaming on Thursday, and this is a kind of sad occasion. Not kind of, it is a sad occasion. But yeah, I've been thinking, of course, a lot about, just this morning I thought about legacy work and all this stuff, because of when people in your family die, you think even more about all the stories you might have missed. Yeah. I'm especially thinking about my grandma now, they have been married for, speaking of love relationships, they've been married for 66 years. And they almost never, I think they never ever were separate, So it's really hard for her. So she's the one I'm thinking of the most. Yeah. Okay. But still, let's first jump into the sprint. Ease in. That's what I want to do today. Enjoy. Okie dokie. That was our warm-up sprint. I opened my documents and started working, which is always good. Yeah, we talked a bit also about, of course, about my grandma and how it must feel to lose a partner that you've been with for such a long time. And on the other hand, Thomas' mom, who lost her partner quite early and had to raise 2 children, which is wow. As a mom myself, I always can only look at single parents in awe how they are able to do that on their own. So this, you need to have a lot of strength to do that. And just thinking of that. And then I also thought, because of Tom's comments about coming after his father, and then I thought about my own children and how different every one of my children is very different. They are not similar. They are very different, have different characters, and you often think about a bit, what are they more like mom or dad, and then you have the other generations and how everything influences you as a person. Also that you treat every child a little different, subconsciously, automatically, I think, because they behave differently because of their character, and how all of this influences you when you grow up, and also the family as a whole, maybe the traumas you carry on in the family, all those stories. And it's just fascinating how our personalities develop as children because of all those different influences. And I always find this fascinating, especially because my children are so different. And then also they are kind of the same, that they all are, maybe because my husband and I are very harmonic people, like we shy away from conflict. And I think my children are the same because of us, probably. That's very fascinating. It's kind of a funny coincidence. I chose to join the live stream from this account because I'm letting it stand in for my quieter super ego side. Expanded MBTI suggests that for a INTJ, the ISFJ represents the superego conscience. My mom is an ISFJ. Seems fitting right now. Oh, that's interesting. I have a ISFJ friend who's very kind. And I wonder if one of my daughters might be an ISFJ. I'm not sure. As you know, I struggle with finding out the types of the people that are close to me. Loretta said, so I've heard of the shadow for MBTI, but not the conscience. Yeah, me too. Does every type have one? I definitely identify with the Odin archetype. Yes, I can see that, because I said maybe Odin represents your true power. Why not? This is also something I like. Someone, I don't know, I read it somewhere, said that we should consult our heroes, that we, like, for instance, for Tom, maybe Odin might be a character he looks up to. So we should also, especially when we have questions or struggles, consult those heroes we have and really try to talk to them and see how they would react, because this might help us figure out stuff. You could think of famous writers, for instance, you love, and use them to talk about your problems you have with writing, as an example. Tom, yes, there are 4 personae for every type: ego, subconscious, shadow, and superego. Interesting. For the INTP, ESFJ. Ooh, ENTJ. Ooh, interesting. ENTJ is great. I like ENTJs. ISFP, which would be my eldest daughter. She is definitely an ISFP. I figured that out. Definitely an ISFP. I would be really surprised if someone would say she's another type. I'm pretty sure about that. Tom, for the INFJ, ESTP, we talked about this last week, the drunk version. ENFP, yeah, I think I heard of that. And ISTJ, oh my God, that's my dad probably. Ooh, interesting. But I'm not sure what, for instance, superego means, you know? What is superego? What does it really represent? This would be interesting to know. Funny, the evil one may be even more Odinic in nature. Yeah. Or Loki? I don't know. Like a bit sinister? I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let me set up the next sprint. Yeah, it's always, that fits with what I just said, all those different types of personality types we kind of embody, how, yeah, we are just influenced by so many things, and it's really, really difficult. We also talked about this, to pinpoint what am I, what is really me. You know, we are so complex that's really difficult. One day we are in this mood, we behave totally different than when we are like relaxed and or triggered or in conflict with someone. So maybe this is all a nice game, but in the end, it's totally wrong. There is no self. We learned that from Buddhism. Superego, conscience, sense of ideals, goals. Oh, so like this, what we would love to be? I don't know. I don't want to be an ISTJ. Per Freud, parents are the usual source of the superego. It would make sense. To him, the superego is the parent at large. Yeah, I mean, for me, I always feel like I'm so different from my father. That's why we struggle to communicate. I struggle to talk with my father because with him, he's the person when we are alone in a room, we're like, or I'm feeling like, okay, should we talk about something? What can I talk about with him? I always feel a bit, he's like really silent. So I always feel awkward when I'm alone with him in a room. So yeah. We tend to fight our superego. Oh my God. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Another therapy session for me. But first, I want another sprint. I want to avoid this topic. Let's have some snow. It's winter. Winter is coming. Winter's coming. 25 minutes. Shadows and the subconscious are more fun. Witness the evil one and Lilith Lord. Yeah. ESTP for me, yeah. And ENFP as well. True. Definitely more fun than ISTJ. I mean, there are some ISTJ, I'm thinking of characters in TV shows and movies that I like, you know, that, I mean, I also like my dad, but that I would say, yeah, they're cool characters. So I just feel like they're so different. We like I said, for me, talking, communication, that's what I love doing here, is like key. in my relationships with people, finding a connection, some ground level, and maybe also emotions and stuff. And my dad is not he doesn't show emotions, so yeah, that's a difficult relationship for me with my dad. It's not easy, definitely. So jump to the sprint. Enjoy. Okie dokie. Sprint number 2. How did everybody do? Let me stop the next video. Yeah. I continued working on a paragraph, and I realized I have to explain stuff a bit more. I'm one of those people who write very short stuff, because in my head everything is there. I understand everything, but of course the reader might not. So yeah, so it's good when I write it a bit more, or if I explain a bit more or show a bit more about what's happening. This will also make the text a bit longer. So it's a good thing. Christian was here just for a sec, said good morning, and will hopefully be here again tomorrow. James was here for a second to share the channel Melissa Talks, and I like Melissa very much. She's an ENTP. I think that's how I found her, doing some research on ENTPs, but I haven't watched all of her videos, so I already pulled up a video. ENTP gives INFJ 8 hot takes that I will watch later when I have more time, when I've done my work on the beach. So looking forward to that. Oh yeah. Tom shared, there's a part of me that finds it funny that last Thursday's stream is now your most watched live stream. That was the crazy one where Thomas, James, Lilith had a lot of fun in the chat. Yeah, so yeah, that's hilarious. I'm always also looking forward to my mom watching the stream. I'm interested in what she has to say about that. I found this fascinating because Mark took a test that took ages to answer all the questions. Only get a few sentences at the end and type 8, whatever type that is. And I did it for my dream self, how I act and feel myself in my dreams. It's very different from what I am like in real life. And Tom said that Mark might be a 9. And what I heard about 9s is that they should work more on their inner 8, like 9s are like struggle with speaking up, and saying no to people. So, and I think if I remember correctly, the 8 is like doing just that. So maybe this is a hint for you, Mark, to become more like your dream self, or to at least try to learn from your dream self. In truth, I don't think even looking at wings says as much as just reading up on the depth of the baseline type. Oh, that's also interesting. Yeah, I'm still a bit struggling with the type 9 because I watched this one channel, Dr. Hugh, I forgot the name, and what he said was like the 9 is not don't have their own opinion and don't has any own goals, like they are not really participating because they can take on they can understand every other type, and they struggle with finding their own goals, for instance. And it felt like this type is the most boring type ever. I mean, probably because there's truth to that. I struggle with finding the right words, what I feel for the 9 type. Like it's not as visible, it's type 9 feels not as a strong personality, like probably that's why other people might also struggle. I mean, there's truth to that, with finding the real type 9 person, the people behind that. But then it feels like, can a 9 reach their goals, if they even have true goals? I don't know. I feel, it's difficult. Tom says, okay, sorry, that would make more sense. Yep, your dreams express your repressed anger, an urge to act in the world. All 9s repress anger. Yes, it has to come out somehow. Oh, I do speak up. After I had an encounter where I should have, in my head only. Yeah, that's me too. I don't know. Yeah, I still struggle with accepting type 9 as my personality. Like, I feel like maybe it shows more weaknesses than strength. I don't know. Like I said, it's a bit, I struggle a bit with putting into words. Yeah, 9s are so good at understanding other types that they lose themselves in the process. Yeah, and but I just started this rant because of that. You said what you said about the depths of the baseline type 9. Maybe I should just read and learn a bit more about type 9 to figure this out, why I have so much resistance towards it. Maybe it's just because it supports my self-conscious issues I have. It just says, okay, that's exactly why I feel self-conscious. And it doesn't really help me with that, how I cannot change the type I am, so I don't know. Loretta, I finally have coffee brewing in the middle of the night. I've been writing by hand in my journal for both sprints. That's great. Really digging into the way I've been feeling, in a weekly friend group Zoom I have been attending. Ooh. Oh, the yak is about the feeling, not the weekly friend group meeting, is it? So, there did some stuff come up in those meetings. Interesting. Awesome. I love when people start to dig deeper, because that's where you get to the root of things. So yeah, it's also a good message for me. I mean, it's fitting. Sorry, I'm still thinking about the 9 with what my dad once said to me, that it feels like I'm always searching for something, always. It must, for outside people, it must feel like that, because I love to discover things and talk about it. I stopped doing this a bit, talking about those new things. That's why I have this stream. I can talk with you about new discoveries and stuff that I find interesting. But with other people in my real life, I stopped sharing this a bit, because I have the feeling that they think I'm kind of flaky and jumping just around and not doing anything real. So yeah, maybe that's also something that has to do with the type 9, and I feel like self-conscious about. So yeah. Oh, yuck on both accounts. I have noticed I feel unhappy and dysregulated after. Oh no, which is strange. I'm so close to all 3 of them, but there's a weird dynamic as I'm their only common. Ooh, maybe there's also some underlying aggression there, not only from you, but from them. Maybe you feel something from them that they are not talking about, Interesting. I can't stop worrying about how each may interpret or judge the others. It's exhausting, and I am not used to giving a shit. Yeah. It's always difficult with groups, especially when you kind of, like I said, feel tension, or feel responsible because you are the link. Totally get that it's strange. Maybe you would prefer meeting one-on-one again. Self-acceptance is an important phase in any personality typing. Look up levels of health. Oh yeah, I've seen that. You like the healthy 9 better. Yeah, maybe if I can see what a healthy 9 is if I can relate to that and feel like, oh, this is a good thing to achieve. My fear is that I feel like that's all. I want to be someone more interesting. I don't know. But yeah, I will definitely look into that. Yeah, I've seen videos on that topic, so I should probably watch them, but they're usually so long. But yeah, let me set up the 40-minute timer. Which one? Oh, I still haven't. Doesn't matter. Publish the cat one. I can do this another time. Let's use the tea timer. It's tea time now. For Loretta, you are having to lean on your FE, which is your fourth function. It is exhausting for an INTP to have to use it for long periods of times. Yep, makes total sense. So enjoy 40 minutes of time to think about things like that. Or write, or read, whatever you want to do. Hello. I'm sorry my internet was down for a minute. Let me just set up. Does it work? The timer again. Let's say this took us. Let's just put it here and forget about it. I'm glad that I'm back. Oof. This was a bit stressful. I hope it doesn't happen again. I had to restart my router, so yeah. So we're back. Enjoy the next minutes. Okie dokie. That was sprint number 3. Yay! How did everybody do? I hated that my internet was gone. I was just working and then switching back to the tab with the stream on. It was like, oh my god. Yeah, but we came back. I came back, so everything is okay. Loretta counted her handwritten words from the stream and got 760 written by hand. That's a lot. God, that's so. God. And hopefully you could figure some stuff out for yourself with this journaling. Oh, and we now know that Loretta has a crush on Frank James. Good to know. Yeah, he's cute, definitely. Oh yeah, and I also loved hearing that you've been enjoying the channel from what's his name? Robin, I think. Robin. RC Waldoon. However this is pronounced. Yeah, I also enjoy his videos very much. So it makes me happy that something I shared, because sometimes I think, maybe they are not interested in that, or they already know this channel, and so yeah, good to know. Mark enjoyed the Frank James video and the breakfast and committed murder on a chocolate Santa Claus. I was like, already? It's not even December. I always try to really postpone chocolates, all the Christmas stuff until at least December 1st. Me and my friends have also been talking about Christmas markets that will open soon, but only in December I will wait. And also my kids won't get any Christmas candy stuff before December. I just want to keep it special, because towards the end of Christmas season, it feels like I can't see mild wine anymore and stuff like that. So that's why I really try to, only have those things during Christmas season. So what else? Oh, an MBTI iceberg. I will have to look this up. Can everyone else see the countdown? I only see lovely space and history. Sorry, it's just so funny. Oh yeah, and of course, no, that's not the one. I love Mark's comment. I just figured what type we all have in common. It's typed amazing. No doubt on that. Yeah, so true. Now we know how I became zombie Santa. Yeah. Mark ate you. Ho ho, bitch. As I gnaw off Santa's head in his delectable seasonal hat. Considering the Santa imagery echoes Odin imagery, I feel violated. Tja, tja, that's a German word. Tja, I don't know what you would say in English. So, Mark, I'm sorry. You're welcome. It was meant to happen. I couldn't stand against destiny. Ooh, now that I've gone keto, I'm gonna try to bake a keto version of those German cookies. Yeah, keto is difficult with cookies. You could probably use something different than sugar, can you? But it's more about the carbs in general, isn't it? I don't know. Probably you can just Google keto cookies. I'm pretty sure there's stuff out there. Oh yeah, we have to. It's already past the hour. So, oh, speaking of cookie, how about a 16-minute cookie timer? Because it was already up here. Ooh, I see. Emmy has a new video out. We have to go to her channel and watch that too. There's so many good stuff out there. Oh, my scones have turned out great with the substitute. See? Speaking for James, we don't want to give Lilith or Anna any ideas. I bought those Santas to have some ready to give as gifts. And now you ate it yourself. Why am I still fooling myself to stick to such plans? I struggle too with the kids, you know. I sometimes buy candy for them and eat it myself. That happens to all of us. So let's have a digital cookie. Maybe this is healthier. Enjoy. Yay! We did it! Another stream has ended. I will be back tomorrow, my friends. Hopefully with no internet problems. And yeah, I will go out now into the sun, get some groceries, and yeah, spend the rest of my day happily. And yay for cookies! Yeah, I love the idea of 3D printing cookie cutters. I want to know more and I want to see them on Instagram. You can also do some tentacles. This would be fun, probably. Yay! Have a great rest of your day, my friends. See you soon. Bye bye.